And magandang tanghali mga summoners at maligayang araw ng kalayaan sa inyong lahat. Welcome to the 2018 LoL Varsity League Spring Term. Mamaya magiging casters niyo para sa araw na to. Ako si Arctic at kasama ko si Vulcan. Ano, kaya mo ba Vulcan?
I don't think I can speak in Tagalog that straight, Arctic, but I think I understood what you said. Happy Independence Day to every summoner who was watching right now in the LVL. So June 12th, Independence Day. Let's celebrate our country's independence here. But also celebrate our last week of the group stages in the LVL.
Yes, really, really exciting. And kakaiba tong last week natin, Vulcan. Kasi unlike last term na very definitive yung naging rankings natin kasabay ng bagong format ng LVL. It's a bit of a tricky scenario kung saan towards the end of the day ay maraming scenarios kung saan pwedeng magkaroon ng different types of tiebreakers. So I guess we'll be finding out a little bit later on as to how that'll progress. Kasi talagang very crucial na every single game that we have today will determine kung anong klaseng tiebreakers ang pwede nating makita towards the end of this week.
So as Arctic said in his statement, Tagalog, I think I understood some of it, Arctic, just some of it. But let's head out to the schedule to see what Arctic is talking about, because yes, he did mention about 3 scenarios where we can have a triple tiebreaker depending how the games go. For first game, in my opinion, can really decide the outcome and can start the conditions for our triple tie for UPD versus ADU in our first match, followed by TUP versus Bulsu.
Alam mo, what's really funny about this is these past weeks we've been thinking, ano kaya maging kalalabasan nito? I feel like even our commissioner, us casters, we're playing Doctor Strange to an extent kung ano yung potential outcome na pwede mangyari depending on what the outcome will be. But let's check out the standings. Of course, sitting comfortably at first place is our defending champions, UST Teletigers. Coming in second is Bulacan State University, Gosu X. Of course, currently quadruple tied for third is TUP, AMA, FIT, and DLSU. At 7 is ADU. 8th place MCL, 9th place UPD, and of course in 10th is iAcademy. Looking for their first win. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we see that first win today.
Great that you point that out, Arctic, about the UST Teletigers. This is one thing for sure, guys. The UST Teletigers will secure their first seat. When you see Bulsu, they have a condition where they can lose their second spot, because next the match would be TUP versus Bulsu. So in our opinions of us casters, and we did debate about what's gonna happen in today. It's a lot of scenarios. We did predict 3 scenarios that can happen, and all in which does end up in a tie.
Yeah, I think no matter what the outcome today, regardless, magkakaroon talaga tayo ng tie. But interesting you bring that up. I mean, for UST, obviously cemented na sila as our top 1 seed. Ang medyo shaky pa is can Bulacan State University maintain their second. Kasi ang daming pwedeng mangyari if Bulacan State University loses out on their next game. Kaya very, very crucial na mapanalo nila to. And tricky din kasi they're facing TUP, which was our first runner-up from last term. Although a bit shaky pa yung where TUP stands right now, I'd say they're a formidable opponent regardless. So interesting what we're gonna be seeing today. But of course, we'll find out a little bit later on pa kung ano yung magiging fate ng Bulsu. Talking about this game right now, UPD Liman versus Adamson University. So for UPD, unfortunately, medyo malabo na yung makapag-playoff sila. But of course, syempre, since this is gonna be their last game, why not end it on a high note na may panalo na yung game na to and potentially be the upsetting factor for Adams University na hindi makapag-playoffs.
That's actually a great thing you point out, Artie, because one thing that we did talk as casters was that UPD can actually ruin the chances of ADU. So if you're going down, you're going down with us. We'll drag you to hell with us. So maybe we'll see UPD do just that, or will ADU still be up to running for playoffs? Because ADU, they can enter playoffs as the last spot depending on how the games go. So really, ADU has to win this game, otherwise UPD will just drag them down with them.
That's a lot of fingers crossed that ADU has to go through right now. Not only do they have to rake up a win, pero at the same time, medyo nakasalalay rin yung fate nila for playoffs sa magiging resulta pa ng other games. So, I don't know, when you're in that type of condition, di ka makakahinga ng maluwag bilang Adamson University until all these games are over, and that's where you can say, okay, do we need to play a tiebreaker? Are we a bit safer? We'll just have to see.
So to the summoners out there, kumusta naman kahapon? I mean, suspended classes, medyo sarap yung ulan. So I hope you guys, what do you actually eat in a rainy weather, Arctic?
Well, nako, paborito mo to, Vulcan. Minsan, gumagawa sa amin ng sopas eh. But sometimes, in your case, yung lugaw. I know you like some lugaw with some tokwa at baboy.
Nothing, if you're gonna eat lugaw, guys, in my professional opinion, you should eat it with tokwa at baboy. If you just eat lugaw, diyan lugaw. It's only lugaw if there's also yung side meron itlog. I mean, come on guys, if you're gonna go eat something, go all out. Especially on our last week, yan ang mentality natin, going all out. So make sure you have all your combo meals ready because for this last week of our group stages, before moving on to playoffs, it's a tight situation for all our players. But let's wait first. We're still prepping first for the setup here for our players to get comfortable. So guys, whoever's returning to the LVL stream right now, thank you so much for tuning in again. This is our week 6. So Arctic, I can see that you're wearing a fashionable barong.
Yes, it's very comfy actually. I'm feeling the breeze, saktong-sakto. Malamig yung panahon, so I really like the cool weather. Of course, guys, this is for Independence Day. Di po ko kumakandidatong congressman or senator or presidente.
Senator Arctic.
Yes, president. Yun nga, nag-post ako sa Facebook ko na new casters can unlock presidential Arctic.
Maybe on Korean independence, I'll wear a hanbok.
Wow, when is Korean? Around what month ba yung...
I don't think I should call myself a Korean because I don't even know when our independence is. Maybe I should just search it on my smartphone.
Well, to be fair, ano naman, like, even though you're Korean, like, even based sa taste mo pagdating sa pagkain, lugaw,
Siyempre,
tokwa, baboy,
lugaw,
Filipino at
tapa.
heart talaga eh.
Kung sa ulan, sopas. If ever kung walang pera para sa sopas, edi Loki Mina. Loki Mina.
So like there's a lot of stuff like champurrado, lomi.
Oh, something
it just goes on.
Something I don't like is champorado.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like champorado. You know?
Well, sige, after ng pag medyo maluwag na tayo sa mga cast natin, I'm gonna bring you to the best champurado place ever. Tapos they serve it with crispy bacon on top. You don't like? Okay.
I can't imagine bacon with chocolate. Sounds pretty disgusting to me.
Imagine the actual traditional I think it's champurado with tuyo ata or
Tuyo? As in soy sauce?
It's good. No, not the soy sauce. It's the fish. It's the fish. It's like the...
Isn't that patis?
No. It's an actual fish.
A dried fish. So, summoners out there, we are actually having some technical difficulties on our side to prepare for the drafting phase. So, just bear with us for a while. For us, we're just catching up and seeing how you guys are enjoying the weather. Hope you guys stay indoors. I think last night, Arctic, medyo red flagsing na sa Manila dun sa baha.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why we are moving our stream to a Tuesday from Sunday. So whoever's returning to Tuesday, we're very thankful that you are updated on our Facebook page and know that today we have a stream.
Yes. So I hope you guys, hopefully lahat kayo mga summoners natin dyan ay safe and sound. Kung baha sa inyo, wag niyo nang ipagpilitang lumabas ng bahay. Kahit, alam mo yung meme sa Facebook na kahit baha yung mga naglalaro sa PC shop, hanggang dito na yung tubig, pero game pa rin sila, game face on. So, wag kayong ganun guys sa baha. Syempre, maliban sa delikado, magkasakit pa kayo. Alam kong lawless life, pero not to that extent.
Lawless life is an understatement. LOL is your way of life. LOL is survival.
Yeah, LOL is survival.
So I think shout out to Chisto there for telling me when is Korean independence. Korean independence is on August 15th. So maybe I will borrow a hanbok and show you guys how you wear it on stream. So, oh god, I just made a statement, so maybe I have to stick to it. Mahal din kasi yung pangrenta ng hanbok eh. Medyo 3,000 eh.
Oh, okay guys, kung may gusto mag-sponsor kay Vulcan ng kanyang hanbok, let us know. August pa naman. But speaking of August, sakto yung Korean Independence Day na August 15. It's actually a few days after nun naman yung Globe conquers Manila. So, grabe kagabi. We actually revealed actually 5 na silang na-reveal. Our 5th celebrity, or should I say streamer, to play in the celebrity show match and to do a meet and greet is Kausep. So, grabe talagang sumabog social media ko as soon as the League of Legends page posted it. Yung laman ng newsfeed ko, yung laman ng Twitter ko, Kausep's coming to the Philippines! So, grabe.
Oh man, wasn't there a lot of issue regarding Kausep in the PH LOL? So, I won't dwell too much onto it. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But yeah, guys, you heard it from Arctic here, one of our events coordinator for Manila Conquerors, that Kausep will be one of our celebrities playing on Conquers.
Yeah, and he's actually a really nice guy. I mean, ito kasing tricky part yung celebrities, I have to keep it, kung sino pa hindi pa na-reveal, it's so hard to keep a secret. Lalo yung, alam mong yung mga ibang personalities like Kausep, matutuwa yung mga Filipino summoners natin na ito pala yung mga magiging guests natin. So it's been so hard. But talking to Kausep, like behind the scenes, he's such a nice person. And the reason, of course, why we're bringing him here to the Philippines is there's a lot more love for him, I'd say, sa mga Filipino summoners natin. So,
I think it's because of the recent stream he had. So,
yeah.
Summoners, you heard it here. Maybe it's a time for you to get your tickets for Manila Conquerors. So, what? Actually, we have a lot of things in store on the month of June and July to August.
Very busy schedule.
Very busy schedule for us and more for our summoners to stay tuned. So, guys, you heard it from Artec. If you don't have your tickets just yet, take it, buy it in our outlets or check out our Facebook page, LOL Philippines, League of Legends Philippines.
Yes.
I think they're posted there, and Artec will be posting a lot regarding the events of Manila Conquerors. So follow his social medias, Artec, like and follows to be updated on Manila Conquerors news. So guys, looks like we're actually ready to go on to the drafting phase for our first match. UPD Operation Esports on the blue side versus Adamson Penguin Authority on the red side.
Yes, saktong-sakto sa panahon ngayon. Kung nasa bahay lang kayo para mag-chill, ito, makakasama namin kayo ngayong Tuesday for the LVL, which was supposed to be on Sunday. Pero, of course, we'll be playing the LVL today on Independence Day. So, heading into this pick and ban, because ito yung actually, Chisto approached me earlier and was talking about the recent changes with the patch and kung ano yung mga shifts sa meta yung nangyari. One of the biggest things that I'm actually interested in seeing is magre-reflect ba siya agad sa LVL players natin? Like, are they quick enough to pick it up just yet? Or medyo they're gonna stick to what's a little bit more comfortable based sa previous weeks natin?
So I think that comes to the point how the players are comfortable with their own picks, because when the patch does come, we tend to see, let's say, yung one example that we did see in our previous patch is the Mundo, diba?
Yes.
I mean, early teams picked up a Mundo top, but few have executed it properly, and one team that we did see was USD Tigers using it effectively. So UPD on the blue side gets the Talia for their first pick. Note that ADU has lost their first one ban due to, I think it was because of their late arrival here.
So, even with the weather, of course, players still need to be on time pa rin. Although, they were given, I'd say, much consideration pa rin naman. So, this Talia, I'd like to talk about this a bit because, man, we've been seeing quite a bit of Talia in a lane that we never thought we would, being the jungle. So that's an interesting mind game that UPD Operation Esports is playing right now. Kasi andun kasi yung factor na, is it gonna be the flex this time around, or are they gonna play it a bit more safer for Naga? Just give it to him instead.
Okay.
So we'll just have to see.
And on the Amazon Penguin Authorities red side, we're seeing the Braum and the Lucian instantly picked up. So Lucian has been rising in popularity in patch 8.11 due to, many say that it would be the Essence Reaver being built for him. But not just from that, some say that you can actually build Essence Reaver to Blade of the Ruin King. It's cheaper, it's better, and you're not that crit dependent. So maybe it does follow the flow that you can go to a Black Cleaver immediately. So that's one of the trends that we do see internationally. Maybe we'll see it in the LVL as UPD will lock in the answer towards the dual bot as the Rakan and Talia. And on ADU, the Ore being hovered.
Now, Nuna and Syzygy duo bot goals for UPD. By the way, take note nga pala, I forgot to bring up na we have a little bit of a switcheroo between roles for UPD naman. Kung mapapansin nyo, si Virang maglalaro sa ating top side. Meanwhile, Nuna was switched over to our bot lane naman. So, interesting dynamic here working out for UPD.
All about this bot lane meta has been speeding up. I mean, laning pace wise is shorter. Heal is not anymore that viable. Ignite is more powerful. That's why we see many ADCs picking up what? The teleport. So I won't be surprised to see Lucian picking up a teleport spell or any ADCs, in fact, because they want to shove lane as fast as they can, get the first turret, and for secure, let's say, the bot lane first turret. That's a lot of gold more on their side. But for UPD, starting on phase 2 with the Graves ban.
Oh, interesting. So, still waiting for that last man. They're a little bit more focused on to Prodigy, 2 champions. In fact, you're going to be focused onto him just so that Adamson University loses out on a bit more of that pow that they usually have through Prodigy, getting his rotations across the map. But meanwhile, looks like they will hover over this Skarner potentially for a lock-in, and yes, that will be indeed the case.
There's a lot of love still for the junglers when it comes to the recently work. I mean, few patches ago, that's an old patch, but for this new patch, we do see some love coming from the AP jungle side. I mean, Runic Echoes is kind of better, so maybe we can expect AP junglers here, but that's why we might see the Thalia as their jungle. It's still up in the air there because Thalia was first pick. UPD secures their top with a Mundo. Let's see, will this be a Thalia mid or a Thalia jungle?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing that makes me okay.
There we go. So, like as Arctic said, hearing from Gisto, so it will be the Thalia possibly in the jungle, working out pretty well because we know that Runic Echoes is getting better, it's cheaper, and possibly the return of AP junglers can happen.
And not to mention, if you're gonna look at Thalia's kit, the passive, which allows her better movement speed when near walls, that's definitely gonna, I mean, given the jungle, of course, there's a lot of walls that she can maneuver around. So that's one of the things.
Speed and mobility.
Yes, exactly. She is somewhat reminiscent of one of the reasons why champions like Amumu haven't really seen much play in the jungle. It's because if you're gonna look at champions like Amumu, one of the reasons why he's not really picked as much is that if he gets shut down early on, like if you invade him, there's not really much he can do from there because he really needs to get those farms early on just so that he can become a bit more potent in the later parts of the game. So that's kind of the same with the late to an extent, although probably with a bit more safety just because she has a lot more crowd control to work with in case she does get invaded. It's just that when she does get locked down, then it's gonna be a massive struggle.
So on your screens right now, you can see the final picks for UPD and ADU. Looks like we don't see that much of a shift yet in our LVL teams on the bot lane side, because, but we do see some adjustment to the ADC because we know that laning phase is a bit shorter there. Kai'Sa is still being banned. Nothing's new yet in the banning, but let's see how things will pan out once we do load up to Summoner's Rift for our first match of the Freak 6 of the LVL.
Oh man, so there you have it, folks. Both sides locked in. Last game for the group stage. Will Adamson University make it out alive? That is the question.
What a journey it was, Arctic, for all our teams here.
Yeah.
Starting from the first week, we saw struggles, we saw improvements. Not just that, our expectations too for the new teams entering the LVL spring term. So, Summoners, let us load up to our first match of week 6. UPD Oblation Esports on the blue side versus ADU Penguin Authority on the red side.
Man, this is gonna be a very interesting game. UPD gonna be working the Thalia jungle, gonna show us a nice demonstration, but oh no.
Going for an invade, spots out Nona. There's the concussive blows, forcing out the early flash. That's a great trade for ADU there. Nothing, they lost nothing there, so burning a summoner is great. Maybe can offer more room for Prodigy to gank the bot lane.
Yeah, that's kind of the scary thing about Adamson University. If you're gonna look at the composition that they have, I mean, we've been talking quite a bit about itong Thalia na nasa side ng UP Diliman para sa jungle nila. Pero para naman dito sa Adamson University, I mean, you look at the Orin, the Skarner, the Azir, the Braum. There's a lot of playmakers here for Adamson University, and it's quite scary because at the same time, there's a lot of ways that they could easily proc the passive coming in from Cadenza. If ever they do try to go for pickoffs, like earlier, if you saw Nona had to use the flash before Adamson University allowed themselves to get the full stacks to potentially lock down the marksman of UPD. So it's kind of scary, but I'd like to see if Adamson University can actually execute based on those win conditions and advantages.
It's great that they did burn the early flash from Nona. That's great for ADU. Maybe can signal some ganks from Prodigy, but as of now, we can see on your screens right now, Davice having a bit of a slower clear time because we're seeing a Thalia. So not that healthy, I would say, but still, we're seeing that being matched to Skarner. That's bad because Skarner clears it very, very fast. So maybe it will take time for Davice to actually match Prodigy, but Prodigy does have the upper hand here in the early phase.
Yeah, gonna be a bit more trickier there, but go ahead and see. It looks like Davies will be going straight for his blue buff. I'm wondering if he'll transition eventually towards his top side. But as you can see, definitely a very efficient showing of why Tilly is a little bit more efficient in the jungle in comparison. It's not just something that someone thought out of the blue. Okay, yeah, I want to send someone from the mid lane to the jungle. It's actually something that's very much feasible. As you can see, clears are pretty much optimal. Doesn't really take as much damage. I mean, look at this. Davies already has both buffs up, but is this going to transition into a gank? I don't think so, just yet.
Just yet, but at least we did see the scuttle going towards Davies. May go for an early gank here. Okay, he's a bit overextended here, forced to shift away. JC takes some damage. Shove! Oh! What a great flash coming from JC. Does not get shoved back.
Interesting. So GC immediately going for an earlier on flash, probably thinking about, okay, what if a full-on combo comes in where Naga pulls me back? So I guess better safe than sorry.
And under tower there, Shiro gets the first blood, does flash away. No casualties in the top lane. So looks like ADU will force another flash from their... Oh wait, actually it was a contest for the Scuttle Crabs, so they don't want to give Davies 2 Scuttle Crabs just yet. Forcing on a flash is something they're happy with.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I mean, we're only 3 minutes into the game. I can't even... Like, we've seen so many flashes expended already. And
I think that's the respect they're showing towards the Braum and the Lucian, because their passive match made in heaven. Parang yung Luga at Baboy.
Oh man, you're still really feeling the...
Parang ganyan. That's something that Lucian and Braum can really stack up. I mean, Lucian's one of the few champions that can actually stack up his concussive blows really quickly.
And I don't know, man. UPD Liman, they probably want to play it a bit more calculated, but okay.
Lockable stuck from Suziji. They're aiming for Simon. Davies going for the shove. They're forcing out a flash from Simon. He's exhausted down. Sadenza joins him in with his own flash. So UPD burning summoners in the bot lane for ADU. Now we see the map there. Looks like Prodigy was spotted by the ward from UPD. They're a bit too careful. They're a bit careful. Prodigy is recalling right now, but Davies is still staying in lane.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot of value that UPD got off of that. Both flashes. Oh no.
Shoving back the Braum. Sadenza trying to get away with the stand behind me, but Nona catches him off with his own. So Sadenza was not having a flash, an easy pickup for Nona.
Yeah, that's going to be patience is a virtue for the jungler of UPD. And looks like another 1v1 against Fear and Shiro here.
Looks like Shiro having an easier time because he did get the first blood, gets the Sapphire Crystal. May go for, anything actually. He can go for a Catalyst, he can go for a Glacial Shroud if he wants to. Depending on what he feels like. on a rainy weather, malay mo, you can feel like different things today kasi dahil sa ulan.
Wow! Okay, to be fair, yung epekto ng ulan. That's actually a thing though. Yung epekto ng ulan, yung personality, yung kung anong trip mong gawin sa buhay. Yan.
Parang yung UPD, yung trip nila yung Jungle Talia. So we see Davies using the blast cone, gets over the wall. The slows siya. Still committing there. Shove will be one of the points there. Sipes is away, taking a lot of damage. Bellow's breath for the shield. So yun lang sinasabi ko kanina, yung pang feeling ng UPD para Talia jungle.
And yeah, looks like Shiro's gonna be A-okay after that. Prodigy is in the vicinity though. They want to go for Davies.
Coming in. Oh, great shot to deny the charge. Shiro's low on health. And it's going to be Prodigy saving his life by taking down Davies.
Yeah, unfortunately for the jungler of UPD, was not expecting Prodigy to be there to respond. So that's going to be another kill up for Shiro. Shiro doing pretty darn good in this top lane so far. Compliments to Prodigy as well.
And pretty good job by Davies in an attempt to deny the knock. He did succeed. Pero medyo sayang kasi dyan si Prodigy. Si Ziggy trying to go for a knock-up there. A huge wave is crashing in here. But Simon really trying to push in the waves.
Yeah, we're seeing a bit of opposites here across the map. Shiro definitely having a better time, but looking at bot lane. Okay, so this is the interesting thing though. Kung titingnan mo yung nangyari dito sa bot lane, it's definitely Nuna that has the upper hand here, especially kani-kanina lang na-expend ang parehong flash nitong si Simon and Cadenza. So hopefully sometime soon we'll be seeing a round 2 from the jungler of UPD towards his bot lane as far as a gank. Pero tingnan natin kasi sayang kasing opportunity na down pa yung flash ni Simon and Cadenza. Although Lucian does have a dash out. Cadenza can go for a stand by me to connect to Simone if ever there is a gank from the Stalia, but I mean, why not take advantage of it?
And they do have to be careful because of the Rakan, because of the engage that they have. So right in the items, we're seeing 3 long swords from Simon. We can expect maybe can build to anything actually. We can expect maybe Blade of the Ring King here, but Simon oversteps the GG, going in for the double knockoff from the Rakan, going on to Nona. The bind does not connect. They're going in hard. They're going for the stun to Nona, but no. It was on Ziggy. They were really focusing on to the Saya.
Yeah, Simone fighting to his last breath there, really getting all the hits onto the take note. He is level 6, but oh!
Dark Ascension flashing in there and right into the knockup there. Naga could not escape there. What a pickup by Jizzy with his own wall. So going under tower there, Davies forced to back out.
Messy fight in the mid lane, but that is going to be yet another pickup for Adamson University. Shiro just body blocking right there for GC, and as a result, Azir getting that 1 kill. Not bad.
Great job by ADU actually from that. Maybe they can get the first turret for our game here. Kill score is 1-2-3. On our timer, you can see that's 8 minutes and 22 seconds in. Looks like ADU not wasting any more time, guys. Trying to take down their first turret of the game.
Yeah, I'm wondering, will they make it though? Because they're slowly closing in on the mid lane. Looks like they will manage to get it though. So patience is awarded for Adamson University. So let's check out what happened in the replay here though. So looks like, as you can see, Shiro coming in from the back line as GC immediately comes straight and knockup landing in first, plus an Emperor's Divide just to prevent Naga from going for the retreat further. Third, jungler of UPD is in the vicinity, but a little bit into late. Overall, a great set coming in from Adamson University, really pushing Naga away so that he couldn't make a retreat. But looks like in the meanwhile, Cadenza getting caught off there.
But from planting some vision wards. But yeah, from that replay, we did see AD use what? Coordination.
Yeah.
And they know how their abilities interact. The wall cannot be destroyed by the Ornn from the soldiers. So it does still apply a terrain. That's why there was a surprise knock-up. Naga got knocked to the air despite his flash. So, man, ADU, we're seeing great teamwork.
I'd agree with you. Baka yan ang makita natin potentially sa top 5 place natin, Vulcan, mali natin. Pero, in all fairness, you have to give them that credit. Kasi if it were any other scenario, like if they didn't have that communication, it could have been a very messy Emperor's Divide. Like something among those lines of ultimates could have missed. So, you gotta give props to Shiro and GC there. So,
tama yan because we did see yung timing ng Forge God.
Yeah.
As soon as we saw Naga up in the air, what did GC do? Signal the divide. So looks like ADU doing great job so far, but can they maintain it? Because the Cloud Drake, which is the first Drake, maybe okay. Looks like I was expecting ADU eyeing the Cloud Drake. Can they go for it though? No, they won't. Was scouted out by the Swain.
Ooh. Looks like we are seeing UPD Lemon making a maneuver towards the spot lane. Take note, may ultimate na tong Talia, kaya it could eventually block off passage from Adamson University. Pero uplaying flashes nila, so could be another flash expended from from Adamson University spot lane kung sakaling i-push yan ng UPD. Pero mukhang hindi yan ang magiging case ngayon. Talia just gonna revert back to clearing out that camp towards the bot lane first.
It's all about dun sa, how do you say it, the game here is spending resources here. ADU, you know why they're playing like this, guys? You know why they're so careful? Because sila yung team na medyo delikado yung spot nila. Kasi they can go for a playoff spot and they can't. So every movement you see is crucial for them because right now, you can see maybe a signal. Cadenza, can he signal with a fissure here? There's the frostbite there. That's the signal for them to go all out. He's up in the air. Nona gets knocked up by a double knock from Shiro. Uses the feather storm under tower there. Rejoined by Suzuki. Protects the AD carry. Here comes the counter from UPD. We're seeing Davies in the jungle side. Can he cut them off with the Weaver's Wall? Okay, UPD calling in a bit chill here. They're not going for a commitment because teleport has been used by the Ornn. But we still see Davies staying in the bot lane. 4 members there. The Scar gets cut off. Simone goes over the wall. Emperor's Divide for their own column. And to Simone. He gets the kill from Nona with the calling. He does survive. Kylie from Naga. Suzuki now going on to Simone. 3 members closing in onto the Lucian. But in the end, UPD wrap things up with only 1 casualty. 1-3 trade in complete favor of UPD.
That would have been great for Adamson University. Pero, yun nga lang, you have to take note na before that, Adamson University went for that dive towards UPD Liman, which didn't really lead to any casualties, and as a result, UPD was just ready to bring the fight back to Adamson University. Sure, it would have potentially been a great set from GC, but at the same time, you have to take note of where the health bars were for Adamson University. Not to mention, kung ano yung na-expend nila sa tower dive nilang yun. Kaya, once UPD brought the fight to them, there wasn't much that Adamson University could work with at that point.
This is great for UPD, but let's check out the replay. What happened here? All about timing and numbers advantage.
Yes. So Simon was trying to make a retreat there. So you can see GC shoving in the members of UPD Liman, effectively separating UPD. But like I mentioned, the health bars weren't quite there for Adamson University to have taken that fight. Not to mention, gaya ng sabi ko, look at Simon, very low on mana. It's because of all the resources na nagamit ng Adamson University dun sa tower dive nila kanina. Kaya there wasn't much left for them to work with nung nakipaglaban na yung UPD dun.
That's why I was a bit curious about ADU's Simon and his first item build path. I thought he would be going for the Essence Reaper. That's more of the standard we'd see. But what's this? Davice. Okay, looks like Jesse won't commit more. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, he was going for the first item, the Blade of the Ruin King. If ever Simon had more mana, he could have carried more mobility. But in the end, he would be prioritizing the Bork. But on to Nona's side, looks like we would be seeing the Essence Reaver.
Well, I think it's interesting that you bring up the itemization kasi ito yung isang bagay rin na na-bring up sa akin ni Chisto kung bakit nakakita tayo ng mga medyo kakaibang pinapadala sa bot lane in the international scene as of recent. Kumbaga, nakakita tayo ng melee champions na pinifield para sa mga ADC. And that's because yun nga, medyo tricky na yung itemization for marksmen these days. Unless you're gonna go for a much more cost-efficient Blade of the Ruin King, which would be applicable for Illusion. Everything else is a bit more pricey. So that could be the reason why we are seeing Simon going for Blade of the Ruin King first off. But okay, I hear Call of the Forge God.
Oh, he could not recast it because it was not in the air. Going by Sedenza here for the Fisher. Nona gets picked up here, and that's the shutdown they're looking for. Look at Jesse. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Did not connect his ultimate. But in the end, Simon will cover things up for him with this double kill. Grabe yun na. Thumbs up, thumbs down for Jesse. No ultimate connecting. Now they're going in for a hard tower dive.
Man, oh man, if there's one word, okay, Cadenza.
Going in for the knockup onto Prodigy. Dark Ascension has been popped. Simone getting some turret shots in. ADU, Jesse still pushing in hard. They want the turret because we see Mundo in the bot lane going for his own push. Now Jesse, they're being a bit too impatient. Members of ADU are quite low. From the base, we see Nona and Device approaching the top lane. Now ADU will signal a back.
Yup, they'll be backing away for now. Not gonna allow what happened earlier happen to them this time around. Let's check out that replay of what happened there though. So as you can see, Luna Suzuki have a spot that they had a nice connect onto Adamson University Shiro, but little did they know it was actually the numbers from Adamson University that was starting to converge onto them. So at this point, GC tries to go for the Emperor's Divide to get both Suzuki and Davis, but unfortunately for them, Suzuki did have a splash up, so was able to escape, minimize casualties, but still, that's definitely a victory for Adu at the end of the day.
I'm pretty sure Nona has to pretty rush this QSS. They just see the amount of lockdown coming from ADU. The Impale, the concussive blows, the fissure from the slow. Orange breath, my god, he needs to pick up some items here, but looks like they're going for, what a double knockup from ADU, but now Nona pops the Feather Storm. Go recall, trying to take down Jesse. Here comes Veer, gets slowed by the Orn, getting peeled back. Looks like Jesse providing some cover. Hiding it carefully there. Gets a slow there, flash in by Veer, but Jesse, Vision of the Empire, will not be the killing blow. Davos get the last hit there from the side. We're seeing Simon going onto Veer. Can he survive? I don't think so. He's down for the count, but the double kill did go to just Shiro.
3 for 1 in favor of Adamson University. Sure, GC did go down, but just pretty much bought enough time for Simon to get a response there. Ooh.
Great Force God forcing out a flash from Naga. Does not want to risk anymore giving any resources back to Simon.
Grabe, tingnan mo yung standing ngayon ni Shiro dito sa Orn na to. 4-0 and 5. That is a pretty fed. What is Orn? A ram? A goat? I'm not quite sure. But let's check out this replay here. So, Prodigy. Okay, so it's actually 2 members caught up from Adamson University because Prodigy did go down earlier in that fight. So it was just pretty much so prolonged between both GC and Shiro. But like I mentioned, GC looked very low here. Unfortunately, Adamson University was not able to estimate that Beer still did have a splash up for the potential outplay. So GC tried to make it out, but of course Talia was able to make it in time to make sure that they secure the kill. But just enough time for Simone as well to go for the spawn. So Beer here a little bit far off from making a retreat. So it was just a matter of Simone and Shiro converging onto him. And that's going to be the BEA. Beautiful double kill for Shiro, which gives him the 405 on this Ornn right now.
Oh man, not just that, looks like Simone catching up in terms of gold. Note that for Simone, had the CS advantage here, still has it right now, 135 to 106. Kill-wise, we know that Nona got a bit more resources, but still ADUs are catching up here. Jesse with a divine 3-member format, oh my god! Blocking an escape from the tower! But in the end, a 1-for-1 trade, they're going in hard and paying the Swain. Swain did back out there, looks like Naga did survive for now. Very, very close call from UPD, but Jesse with a great 4-man divide. It's not yet over here, UPD going for the push on Shiro. Can they go for the re-engage here? Largest division of the Empire. Shiro now going on to Nona. Nona is down to Brittle Stack and gets recalled, gets blind by Shiro. Nona gets his concussive blows. This is good news for ADU. They're not backing out just yet. Forge God cooldown is almost up here. Okay, he doesn't need it, but Forge God is now available. Calls it right now. Sisiji is the target. He does dash away from the Ram. So ADU, overall extended fight, they got what they want. They got Nona.
Shiro is just not slowing down on this Ornn, is he? So Adamson University gonna back off in the nick of time because that would have been rather deadly if nagpatuloy pa rin nila yung push nila dyan sa top side, because Italia was already roaming up, would have potentially gotten cancelled out from escape once that Weaver's wall would have gotten off cooldown. Meanwhile, looks like Shiro gonna be clearing out vision. Won't be able to get Rift Herald though, as Baron is near up and kicking in this game.
Looks like we're seeing the members of ADU itemizing towards maybe the previous win items, but we already see Simone getting the Executioners calling, but a replay to see what happened in the bot lane.
Okay, so with this replay here, so GC, great Emperor's Divide is just that. Take note, when he did go for that Emperor's Divide play, he was under turret range of UPD Liman's top turret, and at this point, UPD Liman, since he did have to back away there, but unfortunately, a tad bit of an overstep for Adamson University. I do like the effort and the potential catastrophe they could have gone for had GC not been within too much danger range of UPD Liman. Woo!
Oh wow, so it looks like UPD may extend their reach here because all the members are invested in the mid lane. ADU not backing out here because they're confident. Tabasi Shiro, he can do it. Kaya na yan. So we may expect maybe a Forge God for the slow. Prodigy does have the teleport, so there are two ways you can catch up with a Skarner. Either you're faster than them, or they're just slower than you. So that's the game plan here. Fissure for the slow. Forge God 2, but looks like we may have a suspense here. Arctic, a cliffhanger.
Yep, right at the 20-minute mark. So once again, para sa mga bagong tutuklan dito sa game that you guys are watching, the 2018 Low Varsity League Spring Term. Of course, kasama nyo ngayon Vulcan as well as Congressman Caster Arctic dito sa Caster Desk right now.
So what's your barangay? Barangay Penguins?
Barangay Bronzes.
Barangay Bronzes. Now let's go back to the game here as our Commissioner. Oh wait, we have Commissioner Arctic and Commissioner Apple here. So onto the stage we saw kanina dun sa mid lane. ADO again, feeling confident, making more room for themselves here. Okay. Oh wow, sakit yun ah. From GC's Folk. Still, okay, UPD. Be a bit careful. You can see that Naga is waiting on the brush. It's kind of just waiting for the right time. They have a control ward, so they do have the element up. Surprise! As UPD still going for the siege here. Vier going for the poke. Simone going for the clear with the calling. Vier soaks it up here. Tower is kind of low. Prodigy is here. Can pop the Predator. Naga used his ultimate there. UPD now going for the Ocean Gate.
Okay, so UPD Liman, we are starting to see a little bit more proactivity from them across the map as well, as opposed to Adamson University earlier, who has mostly been making the plays here. Weaver's Wall has been pulled out, but
Prodigy goes in for the flash impale, does not connect onto Nora, creates some room, Simon going in hard, and also for Shiro providing some peel and cover as Jesse with a zone out for ADU, and a double kill for Shiro. He was so close to death, but still survives. ADU.
3 for nothing. I don't know how the heck Shiro survived that. But then again, like we've been saying earlier, Shiro is pretty darn fed on this board. So
805, guys. 805 with the enhanced Abyssal Mask, the Thorn Mail. So a bad spot you want to be in because Orin can provide so much pressure as 3 members were wiped out from the map. ADU signals the Baron call.
Yes, Baron will indeed be secured by Adamson University. Well played. And I'm wondering if we'll get a replay of that because I felt like one of the reasons why that fight faltered for UPD Liman was, if you notice, Nona's positioning as soon as the Weaver's Wall was thrown out by Davis, he was caught in that Dragon Pit, which is why he wasn't able to get the maximum, what's the word I'm looking for? The maximum, yung pagkasulit nung positioning ng Talia niya. Kasi medyo off yung angling niya dahil nga na-trap siya sa Dragon Pit. So sobrang sayang para sa UPD.
I mean, UPD, they were trying their very best to cut off the members of ADU. Kaso medyo yung wall, naipit sila, so ADU closed in rather quickly because not only they create some room for themselves, but also trapping themselves for ADU to close in, and Shiro with the front tank. Now we're seeing ADU sieging the tower with a banner of command minion. Cannon minion is chipping it away, they take it down. So extra pressure on ADU. They have summoned the Sun Disk Tower for Jace's passive. Now ADU going on a full push with a Baron empowered cannon minion.
Absolutely disgusting coming in from Adamson University here. Baron empowered cannon minion with banner of command.
Disgusting but effective.
Disgusting
but effective. So okay, Prodigy pops Predator. Really wants Nona, but going out to Talia immediately chunks down Davai. And now Jesse's kind of low there. He does use the Emperor's Divine to push him back. And now Simon's getting rooted by the sway. Simon does back away. Now Naga's full health there. They're really going on to Nona. Shiro trying his best to kill the Talia. There's the pop from Naga's ultimate. Members of ADU very, very low. Grouped up together. This is Nona's chance to wipe them out. As UPD going for the last stand here. ADU now back out here. Here comes Shinji knocking up the Skarner. Simon is still alive. Naga going in for the flash in. Pero bitin sa mana. Naga trying to chip him down with a basic attack. Does not have the mana to finish them off.
Yeah, looks like Adamson University gonna back away for now, but gonna allow these cannon minions to deal good work over that Nexus turret. At the end of the day, I'd say very, very sulit yung nakuha ng Adamson University doon.
Grabe nang bitin yung si Naga doon ah. Walang mahana. That pretty much sucks because not only that Naga flashed in thinking that he had enough mana to wipe them out, at the last moment, he used the basic attack, hindi pa rin kaya, so sayang talaga ginagawa ni Nona dun sa flash in niya.
Yeah.
Pero dun sa ADU, great job there, took down the inhibitor in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna, and as a bonus, I mean, Canyon minions were able to get one of the Nexus turrets as well, so that definitely gives them easier access for them to finish this game. In all fairness naman para sa UPD Limando, kung pagkatingin ko dito sa Gold Lead, naglalaro lang siya sa less than 6,000. I think that's actually pretty commendable because it could have gone way worse considering yung proactivity ng Adamson University these past few minutes a game. So I'd still say there is room for UPD Liman to get back. It's just that it's a bit more of a climb and they need to put up a pretty solid defense if ever they want to keep Adamson University from finishing off this game.
Looks like the Lucian will be going for the build for a Blade to the Essence and to the Black Cleaver. We do see the Phage. So ADU going for the second Baron play here with the Cannon Minions. Oh, a bit overstep there. Looks like they did push back the Cannon Minion. They won't lose their inner top lane turret just yet.
Nope, not at all. Man, I'm feeling for UPD Liman right now. Ito kasing tricky nga, yan ang sabi ko sa meron ang composition ng Adamson University. There's so many ways they could go for these crazy sets from what we've been seeing. I mean, highlight reels for days coming in from Shiro and GC, but oh, Prodigy. Okay, wanted to try to go for something there, just probably scaring away UPD Liman.
They really want to go for the hard push here. Prodigy use the Predator. Shiro trying to tank some damage. Gets the root onto Simone, and there's the charge from UPD! Nola goes in, takes him down. Forge Gun and Fisher being used by ADU. Create some room. There's the knockup. Look at Jesse getting the double kill, getting the range he needs. Nola survives. Members of ADU overcommitting under the tower as Simone will be the one to back things up here. He is down now, and as Nona will be also taking down key carries being picked up one by one in the top lane. And now Shiro under tower gets binded by Naga, gives him that sweet shutdown goal.
Man, Naga is one tricky dude to take down for Adamson University. Although luckily, amidst that distraction, it did allow yet again, #minions win dito sa mid lane para ma-take down yung second Nexus turret from UPD Liman.
Grabe niya na Arctic, naging bulalo si Shiro. Nalambot na siya. As the game progresses, you know when you cook bulalo Arctic, the longer you cook it, mas malambot, mas masarap. Yes. So Shiro cannot do the same thing he did before. He feels confident. Yeah, he feels a bit, let's say, I'm tanky enough to do it. He has the banner of command, extra resistances. Pero naging bulalo na siya, so he has to be careful how he dives.
Well, saktong-sakto lang yung pagiging bulalan nyo na dito, Bulikan. Kasi,
dun sa ulan na.
yes, saktong-sakto sa weather natin. But we'll just have to see. Kasi nakita naman natin, medyo nagsistart na mag-struggle yung Adamson University sa pag-close out. And I think the reason why is Veer and Naga, they're just so hard to take down.
Ooh, hard, but bulalo is soft. But Arctic, tanong ko sa'yo, what goes well with bulalo? It's not bulalo kung walang mais.
Oh.
Sarap yan. And you put kamote ba? Or kamote
yes,
ba?
kamote.
Kamote? Ooh, I don't like kamote.
Pwedeng potatoes din.
Pwedeng potatoes din. Or yung gusto mo pechay. It's
yes.
not bulalo kung walang pechay din, no?
Yeah.
So right now, looks like Shiro, naging hot pot na siya.
Hot pot talaga.
Grabe, nagutom tuloy ako. So, okay, guys.
Buti lang break ka pagkatapos na to.
Let's see, though. I mean, for the viewers watching, thank you so much for still tuning in here. We may expect maybe the last moments of our first match as ADU pushing in hard. The inhibitor has just respawned. Yeah, it's responding right now. You can see it on your screens. Boop. Responds, but ADU is like, oh, why, hello there.
Yes, I am alive, but will be going down potentially
in
just a bit.
The blue inhibitor in the mid lane has respawned there. UPD still has what it takes to defend the incoming waves from ADU. The Pagan Authority squad grouping together. Predator has been popped. They're eyeing Nona. See how the members of UPD grouping to Nona. Protecting the Zaya. The Nexus is exposed. Shiro already onto the Nexus. Disengaged from his team. The knockup from the recall did not connect as Simone takes Ziggy down. Knock from the side. Zoning out the Lucian, leaving behind 4 members for UPD to chip down. Nona onto Shiro, Nagato splash away. Still on Dark Ascension. The final pop is there, but he did not take on any members. Shiro from the backside gets binded by Nona. Nona gets the brittle stacks, gets the slow. Nona, one more hit, pops the heal. One more hit there, and he does get taken down. But you see Nona is now gone. Naga is gone here, and the Swain. My God, the Swain is still alive and breathing, but not anymore, as Jesse will be the one to deal the final blow. 1 member remains. Sizigi responds. Can they go for the last defense? But in the end, ADU Penguin Authorities will be winning our match 1 for the week 6 of the LVL Spring Term.
What a game coming in from Adamson University. Even though Naga, like I mentioned, he had a hard time taking him down. Pero what I like about that last fight is that at least one of the key carries for Adamson University was able to last long enough to finish the game. Kasi I feel like yun yung medyo naging struggle sa earlier clashes kung ba't di sila nakapag-close out agad. Either, yun, maagang namamatay si Simone, without a doubt, because of course, UPD naman wants to get down that Lucian as early as possible in those team fights para lang mas mapilayan ng mabilisan yung Adamson University in the fights, losing out on less damage. So, but the fact that GC was able to survive long enough to go for that finish, very well played by Adamson University. I think that was the 3rd clash that they needed into the base of UPD. So, gaya ng sabi na, third time sa charm. Yeah.
You know what I saw in that game? I saw 2 sides of it. I mean, I saw UPD countless times when I was looking at the play-by-play. I did see UPD zoning out Simone.
Yes.
But then for ADU, they're going on to Nona. So, guys, this makes it a bit interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-way tie for now because ADU. We did mention, Arctic and I did mention that if ADU wins this game, it's one of the requirements for the triple tie. Looks like we may go into a long day, perhaps not. The next match will decide that, because next match would be Bulsu versus TUP. So, Arctic, I think this was a great game for all of us to watch.
Definitely.
Definitely quite enjoyable. So, summoners watching right now, on behalf of me and Arctic, we thank you so much for watching the LVL Spring Term on your holiday break. Happy Independence Day, everyone in the Summoners League. So, we'll be going to a short break. Coming up next would be TUP versus Bulsu. See you there. 4 members there. The Scar gets cut off. Simone goes over the wall. Emperor's Divine for their own column. And to Simone. He gets the kill from Nona with the calling. He does survive. Kylie from Naga. Suzuki now going on to Simone. 3 members closing in onto the Lucian. But in the end, UPD wraps things up with only 1 casualty. One
could not be casted because it's nothing.
Yeah, going by Sedenza here for the Fisher. Nona gets picked up here. And that's the shutdown they're looking for. Look at Jesse. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Did not connect his ultimate. But in the end, Simone will cover things up for him with this double kill.
Maybe,
yeah, but now Nona pops the Feather Storm. The recall trying to take down Jesse. Here comes Fear. Gets smoked by the Orc. Getting peeled back. Looks like Jesse. We're finding some cover. Trying to carefully there. Gets a slow there. Flash in by Fear. But Jesse, Vision of the Empire, will not be the killing zone. That was get the last hit there from the side. We're seeing Simone going onto Fear. Can he survive? I don't think so. He's down for the count. But the double kill.
I was mostly been making the plays here. Either Wall has been pulled out, but
Brian goes in for the flashing tail. Does not connect onto Nora. Creates some room. Simon going in hard. And also for Shiro providing some peel and cover as Jesse with a zone out for ADU. And a double dagger does use the Empress Divine to push him back. And now Simone gets rooted by the sway. Simone does back away. Now Naga's full health. They're really going onto Nona. Shiro trying his best to kill the Kalia. There's the pop from Naga's ultimate. Members of ADU very, very low. Grouped up together. This is Nona's chance to wipe them out. As UPD going for the last stand here. ADU now back up here. Here comes Suzuki. Knocking up the Skarner. Simone is still alive. Naga going in for the flash in. But a bit in the mana. Naga trying to chip him down with a basic attack. Does not have the mana to finish them off.
Yeah,
From UPD, Nona goes in, takes him down. Forge Gun and Fisher being used by ADU to raise some room. There's the knockup. Look at Jesse getting the double kill, getting the range he needs. Nona survives. Members of ADU overcommitting under the tower as Simone will be the one to back things up here. He is down now, and as Nona will be also taking down key carries being picked up one by one in the top lane. And now Shiro under tower gets binded by Naga. Protecting Isaiah. The Nexus is exposed. Shiro already onto the Nexus. Disengaged from his team. The Naga from the recall did not connect as Simone takes Ziggy down. Naga from the side. Zoning out the Lucian. Leaving behind 4 members for UPD to chip down. Nona onto Shiro. Naga does flash away. Still on Dark Ascension. The final pop is there, but he did not take down any members. Shiro from the backside gets binded by Nona. Nona gets the stat, gets the slow. Nona, one more hit, pops the heel. One more hit there, and he does get taken down. But you see Nona is now gone. Naga is gone here, and the Sway. My God, the Sway is still alive and breathing, but not anymore, as Jesse will be the one to deal the final blow. 1 member remains. Suzuki responds. Can they go for the last defense? But in the end, ADU Penguin Authorities will be winning our match 1 for the week 6 of the LVL Spring Term.
what a game coming in from Adams.